What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today, I know it's been a hot second, I've been crazy busy with the house and getting everything under work, so it's been a little bit of a hot second trying to get videos up, but eventually I should be back to a normal schedule. So without further ado, let's dive in the video and talk about it. So, as you guys know, we did cover this a little bit on a previous video, but taking a look here, first off, you have Koromon. That's basically when attacking skill, which each one kind of wants to climb up. They are very specific to their version, the eggs are, so that's kind of important to keep in mind. And this one focuses on when attacking. If this Digimon has a face down Digievolution card, may Digivolve into a version 1 traded card in your hand with its Digivolution cost reduced by 1. So it'll combo off nicely with, let's say, Abbadomon with its training ability to be able to get cards underneath. It's got jamming as an inheritable. Then you have Agumon, who's going to be your searcher for DMs, but placing, looking for version 1 face down as a bottom Digivolution of any of your DM, traded to return the rest of the bottom deck, and it gives it attack boost. Same thing with the Greymon. Negamon is by placing 3 cards with version 1 traits from your trash face down as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. It may Digivolve into a Digimon with version 1 trait from hand or trash. All the versions kind of get one of these just to help speed up their evolution climb, which is quite helpful. And it gives blocker inheritable. Then you have Digimon, who's got training, but when attacking, by placing the top card of your top card face down as this bottom Digievolution of your deck. Delete one of your opponent's level 3 or lower. For every 2 of this Digimon's face down Digievolution, add 1 to the level maximum. So basically, as the game goes on, this thing can easily remove threats even as long as it's got enough face down. And being able to kill a 6 with a level 4 is crazy. Then you have Greymon with training. By placing the top of your deck's top card face down as a bottom Digivolution, this Digimon gets 1000 DP for each face down Digivolution until the end of opponent's turn, and it gives plus 2000. Just gives you big chungus until the end of your next turn. Being able to protect yourself and hit magic numbers is super important. Then you have Aerodramon that's got training, but placing the top card face down as this bottom Digivolution to one of your opponent's Digimon, give it minus 2000 DP for the turn for each of its face down Digivolution, and it's got barrier. Being able to keep your Digimon on board is huge. Megamon's just being able to de-Digivolve when attacking, and then on play when Digivolving, reveal top 3 cards. You may play 1 level 4 cost lower DM, traded among them without paying its cost. For each of this face down Digivolution, add 1 to the maximum play cost, return the rest of the bottom of deck. Megamon's being Megamon. Metal Greymon's just for the cyborgs and playable in version 1. This gives a security attack 1, but being able to, when this would be played by trashing 1 cyborg or a version trait card from your hand, reduce the play cost by 2. So being able to bring him to a 5 cost is not bad, and then has a decent, on play. So yeah, I think this has a lot of potential, especially in the future. Metal Greymon Ace, Blitz Greymon Ace has Alliance and blockers, and it's on play when Digivolve and Digivolve 3 of one of your opponent's Digimon, and then end of turn 2 of your Digimon may DNA into an Alter S from hand, then one of your Digimon may attack. You do have Alter S as an option. That is a very terrible, scary threat if DNA, your opponent's Digimon effects don't affect this Digimon for the turn. So not even just Digimon effects, by the way. It's all of your opponent's effects don't affect. There's a typo on this card, but it's all effects. So your opponent can't use options or any type of thing on this thing. So something to keep out, then delete all your opponent's Digimon at the highest level, and then end of attack, you get to play your Greymon or version 1 traded or Garurumon in its name or version 2 from this Digivolution cards without paying its cost. If an effect played, place this Digimon at the top of your security stack. Being a threat is always scary, to be honest with you. Now let's get into new card territory. So we have Tsunemon. Tsunemon is when your turn when face down cards are placed in this Digivolution card. This Digimon may Digivolve into version 2 card in your hand with its Digivolution cost reduced by 1. So a little bit better for when you're training climbing, and just being able to reduce it by just naturally suspend training to activate is always good. Gabumon's your generic version 2 searcher, being able to reveal the top 3 and add a DM and a version 2. It gives jamming. Then you have Electmon, all your opponent's security Digimon minus 3000, and it's got training. So you'll definitely see that there will be a searcher for X for DM and the correct version, and then you get one with training for the rookie lineup. Then you kind of have to splash it with other DM cards. Now you do have Garurumon with training, but on play when Digivolving, place one card from your hand face down as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. For each face down Digivolution, trash one Digivolution card of your opponent's Digimon, and it's got jamming. Garurumon has some possibility, especially because people are getting hyped up for, you know, the Garurumon deck. People are going to be teching this in. Kabuterimon's got training, but on play when Digivolving, place one card in your hand face down as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. Suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. It can't unsuspend until the next unsuspend. It can't unsuspend in their next unsuspend phase, which is cool. And then when attacking, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So being able to keep your opponent touched down is good. Angemon's got training, but on play when Digivolving, place one card in your hand face down as this bottom Digivolution card. Give one of your opponent's Digimon security attack 1 and minus 3,000 until the end of turn. And then it's got on deletion if there are 3 of you, security recovery 1. Not terrible. Again, great inheribles across the board. Then you have Metal Mame that's going to do the same thing as the version 1 counterpart of Metal Greymon. So the cyborg that you're going to see the super rares for the DMs, when this Digimon would be played by trashing one cyborg or version 2 trait, reduce the play cost. They'll all go from 7 to being 5 cost, as long as you do this condition. On play, when Digivolving, place one card from your trash face down as a bottom Digivolution card, one of your opponent's Digimon, trash any one of their Digivolution for each of this Digimon's face down Digivolution cards, then return one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolutions to the bottom deck, and then end of your turn, one of your Digimon unsuspends. Not terrible, actually. I think this is going to see a lot more play. Then you have Skull Greymon, which kind of gave a lot of people hints. This thing is also treated as a level 4 for Chimeramon's assembly. So this is where people instantly figured out there was going to be a secret Chimeramon. On play, when Digivolving, for each of the Digimon's face down Digivolution, trash the top card of your deck. Then you may return one DM traded card, Digimon card from your trash to your hand. Not bad for its on play and when Digivolving. And on deletion, you may play a level 4 DM trait card from your trash without paying its cost. Same thing for its inheritable, which is really good because, again, when that Chimeramon dies and be able to restack everything and get yourself set up, boom. This is going to be how you want to do it. Now you have Crest Garurumon Ace that gives Alliance and Blocker, return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon to the bottom deck, and then all turns when any of your level 6 would leave the battle other than in battle, 2 of your Digimon may DNA Digivolve into Omnimon Alter S in hand. Digimon attack target can't be changed. What's going to be really interesting is I expect this to kind of be what we see even future projects. I'm looking at Dianamon having this when when any of your level 6 Digimon would leave the battle other than in battle, 2 of your Digimon may DNA into Galaxymon in your hand. I think this is going to be crucial for futures, how they're going to do it. And preventing can't change is really good. Now, let's get into Yellow or version 3. So when this Digimon with face down Digivolution would Digivolve into a version 3 traded, reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. So as long as you have 1, it'll reduce it by 1. Tokemon's not bad for the version 3. You have Kunemon, it gives piercing and training. You have Patamon, that's going to be your searcher of the top 3s and add 1 DM and version 3 and then put the rest to the bottom of the deck. And then, you know, that's pretty good in barrier as well. You have Sukemon, that's a blocker, but by placing 3 cards with traded face down at version 3 traded as your trash face down as this bottom Digivolution and may Digivolve into a card with version 3 trade in hand or trash, and it gets blocker. Now you do have Ogremon that's got training, and by placing 1 card in your hand face down as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution, delete all your opponent's 4 or lowers, and then when attacking, draw and trash a card. Ogremon might see play outside of the DM support just because that when attacking, draw a discard. Unemon is just training, and when in Digivolving, when attacking, by placing 1 card in your hand face down as this bottom Digivolution. If you have as many or fewer security as this Digimon has face down Digivolution cards, recovery 1. So eventually this thing can just free recovery, which is pretty decent actually. And when attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP. Here's Chimeramon, one of the secrets. So it has Rush security attack 1. It's got a Rainbow Evolution for 5 costs, but on play when Digivolving, by placing 1 level 4 or lower traded DM card from your trash as this bottom as the top Digivolution card, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the same color as any of this Digimon's Digivolution cards. If you have 6 or more colors in this Digivolution, instead of deleting 1 of each, your opponent's Digimon delete one of each of your opponent's Digimon with a different colors. So it's not terrible. You can board wipe your opponent and assembly 7, basically 7 level 4 DM traded Digimon with different names. So you're going to be mixing the deck anyway, but I think this is pretty much the only way you're going to have a boss finish. And, you know, being able to make this thing bigger is always good. Now, you do have Edamon. That's when any of your version 3 traded Digimon would Digivolve into this card. For each of its face down Digivolution, reduce the Digivolution cost by 1, security attack 1, when Digivolving, 1 attacking by trashing 1 bottom face down Digivolution, recovery 1. All your security stacks are removed from one of your opponent's Digimon minus 4,000 DP. Now, you got Androidmon, basically the cyborg shenanigans. It'll reduce itself by 2 by discarding a version 3 or a cyborg, so it'll bring it down to a 5 cost. On play, when Digivolving, by placing 1 Digimon from your trash face down as this bottom Digivolution, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP until the end turn. It further gets 2,000 for each face down Digivolution, and it gives blocker. Then we do have a new surprise, High Andromon Ace. So it's Blast Evolve, but on play, when Digivolving, by placing 1 8,000 DP or lower Digimon as a bottom security card, trash your opponent's top security stack. All turns, when any of your level version 3 traded Digimon would leave valve, trash the top card of your security stack. They don't leave. So High Andromon kind of keeps your board a little sticky, which is really good in some matchups. Now, we do have version 4, which is Tanemon. So when any of your version 4s are played, by trashing this bottom Digivolution, bottom face down Digivolution card, it gain 1 memory. So it kind of plays a little bit different. You want to be able to have some access like this. Palmon just suspends one of your opponent's Digimon, but also is your searcher for DM, and version 4 face down as a bottom Digivolution of any of your DM traded, return the rest of the bottom of deck. Not terrible. You do have Biomon that's trading in Raid, which is not bad. I think Biomon might actually see play just because of the Raid inheritable. Then you have Monochromon that's blocker training by placing 1 card in your hand face down as a bottom Digivolution, Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. Not bad, because being able to just naturally do this means some black decks might actually gain some bonuses there. Kuwagamon is by placing 1 card face down as a bottom Digivolution, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. It can't unsuspend until the next turn, and it gives piercing. You have Nanimon, that's basically end of turn by placing 3 version 4 traits from your trash face down as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution. It may Digivolve into a Digimon with version trait 4 in your hand or trash. All security Digimon get minus 3,000 DP. Digitamamon, it gives Alliance, which is not bad actually for a rare. Giving Alliance is always nasty. You know, when any of your version 4 traded would Digivolve into this card, for each face down Digivolution, reduce the cost by 1. It's got Scapegoat, and when Digivolving, when attacking by trashing this Digimon's bottom face down Digivolution, you may play 1 cost for a lower DM trait from your trash without paying its cost. Not bad actually. Self-sustaining Alliance is always good. Megadramon's basically reduced by 2 for Cyborg or version 2 by trashing. On play, when Digivolving, by placing 1 card from your trash face down as this bottom Digivolution, delete 2 of your opponent's play cost for a lower Digimon. For each of this Digimon's face down Digivolution, add 1 to the effect play cost maximum. And attack by suspending this Digimon, delete one of your Digimon with the lowest level. So this kind of helps with if you're just solo and Chaosdramon X, it can proc it and trash security. Tanemon Ace has Scapegoats. It's a Blast Evolve, but you may play 1 level 4 or lower DM trait card from your trash without paying its cost, which is nice. Generic DM play is good because this deck needs it. But all turns, all your version 4 traits gain blocker and retaliation, which is really nasty for Tanemon. Now, we do have the Mugen support, which is Pengumon. That's basically by trashing this bottom Digivolution face down. This, when attacking, this may Digivolve into a version 5 trait card from trash with its Digivolution reduced by 1. Not terrible. You have Gazemon that's training and trash the bottom Digivolution one of your opponent's Digimon for its when attacking. You have Gazemon revealing the top 3, kind of does the same shenanigans as every other one has for its version counterpart, and it's got Retal. Now, Raremon's really good because this was the first one that got shown off, but placing 3 Digimon with version 5 traits face down, it gets to basically Digivolve. It may Digivolve into a Digimon card with version 5 trait from hand to trash, and on deletion, Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. You have Dark Tyrannomon that's on play when Digivolving. Place 1 card face down as this bottom Digivolution. For each of this Digimon's face down Digivolution, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then one of your Digimon may attack an opponent's Digimon. On deletion, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then you have Digimon that's basically training. By placing one card in your hand face down as this bottom Digivolution card, draw a card. On deletion, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower. Is not bad for this. You have Tuskmon that's got raid and training. And this thing's when Digivolving, when attacking. By placing one card from your hand face down as this bottom Digivolution, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less, and it's got raid. Tyrannomon is really good because being able to, any of your level 5 would Digivolve into this card. For each of its face down Digivolution, reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. Not bad. I think this is really solid because getting your ultimate be cheaper is really good. Fortitude is really awesome because, again, a Fortitude skill benefits you more than not. Just being able to be a sticky body. On play, when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. By trashing this Digimon's bottom face down, Digivolution, return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon with the lowest DP to hand, and then all turns when this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon by battle, trash the top security stack. They have Metal Tyrannomon, which when this Digimon would be played by trashing one Cyborg or version 5 trait from your hand, reduce the play cost by 2 by placing one card from your trash face down as this bottom Digivolution card to one of your opponent's Digimon, Digivolve for each of its face down Digivolutions, then delete one of your opponent's 3,000 DP or lower, piercing. And then you have Machinedramon itself. This card is bonkers. On play, when Digivolving and when attacking, got really great skills. Being able to tuck a level 5 Cyborg or version 5 traded card from your hand or trash and activate its on play effects. Then place this card as using it as its effect is really nasty because you can get a lot of crazy synergy and great value. All turns when this Digimon would lead the battle by trashing its bottom 2 face down cards or Cyborg traded cards, it doesn't leave. And then it's an assembly 6 for level 5 Cyborg traded with different names. So at least this thing can become a 6 cost. So yeah, we got Mugen in the set. Now we have, Negamon is very powerful, to be honest. Breeding, you may play one card with Negamon in its text from your hand with its place cost reduced by 2 for each Negamon in your trash or Digimon's Digivolution. Further reduce it by 1. Then place this Digimon as a bottom Digivolution card. Breeding, this Digimon can't Digivolve and effects cannot delete or trash it. And then when one of your opponent's Digimon attacks, you may change the attack target to one of your Negamon text in it. Not bad. Then you have Soundbirdmon that's going to be helping to search for the Negamon text, and one with Abbadomon in its name among them to your hand. Return the rest of the bottom deck, and it gives a 1000 DP boost. Eismon got Rush and Collide and Assembly 3 for 4 scattered modes. You may return one Digimon with Negamon and its text from your trash to your hand, and all turns it gives 1000 DP. Eismon Scatter Mode can have infinite numbers, and this will help with the Negamon because it'll lower the cost by trashing one Negamon in its text from your hand, draw 2 cards, and because you want to fill your trash, it really helps. Raremon is on play when Digivolve and Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. On deletion, you may play a level 4 or lower card with Negamon in its text from your hand without paying the cost for every 2 Negamon in your trash or your Digimon's Digivolution card. Add 1 with the maximum level. All turns when an attack target changes. If this Digimon has Abbadomon in its name, it's unsuspends. Just giving you a heads up, don't demonetize me, YouTube. Abbadomon is basically on play when Digivolving. If there are 4 or more total Negamons in your trash, your Digimon Digivolves into the Digivolution cards. You may play 1 core from your hand or trash to an empty breeding zone without paying its cost. End of all turns by placing a level 6 or lower with Negamon's text from your trash as this top Digivolution card. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon the same level as place card, and then 4 Negamons. Breeding, opponent's turn. When one of your opponent's Digimon attacks, return 4 Negamon from trash to your Digimon's or your Digimon's bottom Digivolution cards to the bottom of your egg deck. This card comes out of security immediately. It's got collision, piercing, security attack, reboot, and blocker. This is keyword soup if I've ever seen it. When moving, when Digivolving, when attacking, place 3 level 6 or lower cards with Negamon and its text from your trash as the top Digivolution. Delete all your opponents with lowest level. So this thing's going to be scary every time it comes out. Now, we do have the puppet support. Hinamon is basically on play by trashing 1 card from your hand. Return 1 Digimon with puppet in trace from trash to your hand. Opponent's turn, one of your opponent's Digimon attacks by deleting one of your other Digimon and the attack. Really solid, being able to stop the attack. This is what their you know, their inheritables are doing. For the rookie and champion, when digivolving on deletion, trash one card in your hand. Your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4,000 DP for the turn. Then you have Karakurumon. Basically, by deleting one of your tokens or other puppet traded, this Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon with puppet in traits without paying its cost. So this will help Cinderellamon and anything else. When this Digimon would leave the barrier other than by your effects by deleting one of your tokens or other puppet traded, it doesn't leave. Then you have Kaguamon. So all turns, all your tokens, puppet traits gain alliance and blocker, which can be very scary with those tokens. All turns, when other Digimon are deleted, delete one of your opponent's lowest level. End of a turn, you may play a level 4 or lower Digimon puppet traded card from your trash without paying its cost. Then you have Maria, Kinosuke. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 puppet or liberated trait among them to your hand, return the rest to the bottom, and when any of your Digimon digivolves into puppet traded Digimon, by returning this trainer to the bottom deck, you may play 1 Ariza or puppet traded card from your hand without paying, with its play cost reduced by 3. Not terrible. That actually can be a very scary combination. Now we're getting into what is the Wingardium set. So when this Digimon would digivolve into a card with Wingardium trait, reduces Digivolution by cost by 1, and then it gives 1000 DP. Same thing with Panasauramon, blocker. When this Digimon suspends, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and it's 1000 DP booster. Then end of your turn, when one of your Digimon with Wingardium trait may unsuspend. On play, when digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, then one of their Digimon can't unsuspend until their turn ends. When effect suspends any of your Wingardium trait, this Digimon may digivolve into a Wingardium trait from your hand without paying its cost. Then you have Hydramon. When this Digimon would be played, by suspending 1 Wingardium trait, reduce the play cost by 4, which is not terrible, can be very scary. On play, when digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, then one of their Digimon or Tamer can't unsuspend until end of turn. Your turn, when your Digimon are played or digivolve, if any of them have Wingardium trait, 2 of your Digimon may DNA digivolve into a Wingardium card in your hand. And then basically tops it all off, Sirenamon. It's got alliance and blocker. You may play 1 play cost 7 or lower Wingardium trait Digimon from your hand without paying its cost. If you are DNA digivolving, you may return up to 2 of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom deck. All turns, when any of your Wingardium traded Digimon would leave the barrier other than battle, you may play a level 7 or lower traded Wingardium Digimon from your hand without paying its cost. Not terrible. We have so much great value. Now, finally, the final parts. Tai Kamiya, Matt Ishida. Return 1 Digimon with Greymon, Garurumon, or Omnimon in its name from trash to your hand, which is super important. You know, basically for an on-play, being able to get pieces back is huge. In effect, didn't return, you draw a card. So early on, this thing is just a free draw. Then all turns, when any of your Digimon are played or digivolve, by spending the Tamer, gain 1 memory if you have a Digimon with Greymon in its name. Then gain 1 memory if you have a Digimon with Garurumon in its name. So basically, you can gain some decent value, and the Matt Ishida and Tai Kamiya are really good. Analog Man is your mem setter finally for none other than the king itself, Mugen. When any of your play cost 7 or higher cyborg, machine, or DM traded Digimon are played, by spending this Tamer, draw a card, gain a memory, then you may place 1 card from your hand face down as any of those bottom Digivolution cards. You're going to combo it with Analog Youth because they both need to be in the deck. You may place 1 card from your hand face down as any of your DM traded Digimon bottom Digivolution cards. When face down cards are placed as any of your Digimon's Digivolution cards, by spending this Tamer, gain 1 memory. Then if you have 7 or fewer cards in hand, draw a card, which is helpful. To be honest with you, that is your troubling side. If you're taking a lot from your hand, you're going to struggle. But at least Analog Youth will help alleviate that. Bonus turn, all your Digimon with face down Digivolution gain reboot, which will help with the training effects. Meat! So Luffy will have a field day with this card. While you have DM traded Digimon or Tamers on the field, you can ignore color requirements, draw a card, then place this in barrier. By placing 1 card from your hand face down as DM trait of Digimon's bottom Digivolution card, it may digivolve into DM trait card in your hand with its Digivolution reduced by 2. So me will help out by a margin, being able to reduce Digivolution costs and security, draw a card, then place this card at the bottom area. So at least being able to have this way of having a pseudo training is really nice. Protein is just draw a card. Same thing as long as you have a DM traded Tamer or Digimon. You know, delay by trashing 1 DM trait bottom face bottom 2 face down cards, it unsuspends, at least being able to get multi-attack with Protein. File Island, while you have no face-up security cards, you can ignore this color requirement. All your DM trait gets 1000 DP for each face-down Digivolution cards. So this makes your guys beefy at all turns, and then end of your... add the bottom security card to your hand, then place this at the bottom security card, and then security, you may play a level. Play 1... play cost 5 or lower card with DM trait from your hand or trash without paying its cost. Not terrible, really solid and great value here. But all in all, guys, what are you excited for? What are you planning on to build? Let me know down in the comments. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.